Hello, and welcome back to the Healthiest Home. I'm Ainsley,
I'm Gerardo.
and we're here to talk to you about all things fitness, health, and relationships.
Yeah, we're just regular people that just want to share our experiences with you. So we'll just jump right into it.
So today we're going to be talking about alcohol. To drink or not to drink?
Well, that's good. That's good. So tell them how we've gone through this journey of alcohol, no alcohol, alcohol up
You want
and
me
down.
to tell them?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so we've been together for a decade, guys, and we met in our early 20s, so we've been there, 21, drinking almost every night, drinking probably too much.
Yeah.
And then as we grew and our family grew, it's been off and on. We've had seasons where we didn't drink. We've had seasons where we do drink. And now it's kind of that sweet spot where we drink when we're together, like date nights and like celebratory occasions. And yeah, and that's where we're at. And I don't think I'll be cutting it out.
Yeah, and I was cutting out for, I don't know, like 6 months.
Yeah.
I cut
Half
out
the year you cut
the alcohol just because I came to a point where I was like, you know what, I need to keep this in check, essentially. And I didn't like that I was trying to drink in like more and more and more with social events and drinking at night and then date night.
Mm-hmm.
And I just didn't like that. And then I was like, let me challenge myself and see if this is an issue in my life. So I cut it out for quite some time. And now I'm like slowly introducing it back into my life because I didn't want to, I guess, in my mind, if I enjoyed something, especially when it was us date night.
Yeah.
Because, there was a time that when you started drinking on date night and I wasn't, I was like, well, not that I was like worried about missing out, but I was like, oh, I kind of enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
Let me not be so strict about it.
Okay.
Because there's other things about alcohol that I enjoy.
Sounds like you're saying I'm a bad influence.
No. Not saying that. But like when it comes to like our health and our fitness goals, obviously if you're drinking every single day and you're trying to go to the gym,
drinking's not healthy, and we're not going to spin it and try to say that it is. We know it's not, and there have been times as well where I cut it out for weight loss reasons, and it showed dramatically. I quickly dropped some weight then, and I'm like, well, it's give and take. Like, do I want to cut it out completely? I decided not, at least not right now. Yeah. And I don't see myself doing it in the future, but who knows? Like I said, I enjoyed it on date night, and I enjoy it when we're celebrating, and it's just like kind of like our thing.
Right.
I like that we don't drink socially anymore. Like we don't drink at parties and we don't drink at gatherings. Before it was a crutch, and I did use it to self-medicate because I do have social anxiety. That's something we both know, and I didn't like that I was doing that once I recognized that's what I was doing.
Right.
So, and now I realize I have more fun without it on those certain occasions.
Yeah, and in those social occasions, because if everyone else is drinking, I guess it's more of like a temptation. Like, oh, do you want one? Do you want a beer? Do you want a drink? Mm-hmm. And I explored the NA beer category, and that was really fun. And there were some beers that I still drink on a regular basis because they're non-alcoholic and they're good. Yeah, they're good. So let's say I am craving something, I'll drink one of those during the week, and if it's on our date night, I'll have a Cutwater or have a margarita, and that's been nice. It's been nice to keep that in check, and I don't think at least personally, I'll ever want to drink more than that. The once a week on our date night together, I'll keep it to that.
Yeah.
Just because. It works for me. And I know if I drink more than that, it's going to affect my sleep more. It's going to affect my health more. Mm-hmm. And I don't need that. I'm trying to like have the healthy-ish, so the right direction.
Yeah.
And that's just works for me.
Nice. Well, talking about health and fitness, how do you deal with not reaching your goals? How do you deal with not hitting your goals? Like even like for example, this past week, we've had a really busy week, a very stressful week, and you came down with a cold, and it's been one of those weeks where we're not where we want to be. We didn't do everything we wanted to do this week. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, that's been tough because it's been so busy. So like go to work and then come home and we just start doing things that we need to get done. In the earlier of the week, I was like, oh, I'll just work out later in the week, and then I get a cold. So I'm like on the third day pushing through it, and I don't feel like doing anything, and getting headaches and stuff. So I was like, oh man, I'll just push it to next week because at least I got one day out of this week that I got a good workout in, and I was like, at least I got one time.
That's a good way,
and I'll worry about next week when I feel better. And the grand scope of things of our journey and our fitness together, like 1 week that doesn't necessarily work out as we planned, no big deal, because we'll push it off, and we'll get it in on the next week, and it's kind of just not get discouraged from it.
That's good.
Because we've had our ups and downs. That's the thing with our experience. Like, we didn't just start working out and trying to be healthy journey right now.
Yeah.
So we know with our seasons and with our certain weeks that if it gets crazy, like, oh, we'll get at it next week and we'll be okay.
All right. That's a good way to look at it. Yeah, I feel similarly to that, because I know even just this time last year, I'd get super discouraged and be like, oh, if I didn't do it this week, I'm going to do it next week. And then 1 week turns into 2 weeks, and 2 weeks turns into 3 weeks.
Right.
And before you know it, haven't worked out in like a month. But definitely going from like summer and not working and getting those hour-long workouts, an hour plus, like that's my happy zone. That's my sweet spot. So going to the gym for 20 minutes 4 times a week doesn't feel like a lot to me. And it feels like I'm dipping myself, but I'm like, it's a process. Trust the process and keep going, because at least I'm doing that.
Right.
And like, give yourself a little pat on the back for that. Like, you're doing something, you're showing up for yourself.
Right.
And you know it's good for you. So just keep at it. It might not be what we want right now, but we're working like long. What'd you say? Long term.
Lifelong journey.
Lifelong journey. Yes, lifelong journey. So yeah, it's been a week. And talking about this week, last week we talked about how important walks are.
Yeah.
And this week we got maybe 1 walk in together. So we let that fall. How did that affect you?
I definitely noticed it, and I think we both recognized, like, we're just so busy. There's just a lot for us to do. Yeah. And that 1 walk that we got, it was like today.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, it
was nice, and I'm like, dang, I missed this. I made fun of you last week. These walks are for him. I don't need these things. Yeah. No, I miss talking to you, and like, we're together and we're around each other, but we're working, like, we're doing stuff. Like, wow. It just showed us how important that walk is. Yeah. For both of us, just for like our check-ins. Like, yeah, I missed you this week.
No, I missed you too.
Yeah. On the bright side, with all this busyness, the kids finally got their own room.
Yeah.
And now we have a bed to ourselves. So we did miss those walks, but we got to do little
check-ins.
I forgot what it was like to talk to you before I fell asleep.
Yeah, well, that's what was so important for us in the past, when our little one was right next to us in bed, co-sleeping. It was hard to get any, emotional connection and just catch up, especially if we didn't have that walk in. At least now, if we missed the walk, I know I'm like, oh, well, little ones are sleeping good in their room, and I'm like not stressed out about that anymore.
Yeah.
And then we can actually like focus on each other again. And that has been nice. Even if it's just a minute or two, I'm like, hey, you're tired, I'm tired. Let's be tired together.
Yeah.
I'm just getting through it.
That's been fun for sure. So yeah, guys, how do you feel? What are your views on alcohol? How do you handle disappointment and just, not making your goals? Yeah, so go ahead, leave us some feedback, throw us a like, subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next Friday. Bye.